So I wanted to jump in just to ask the three of you guys a question, and then I do need to get back to bar exam study. I am wondering, the three of you, what your opinions are on what you think is the most surprising thing from the transcript that came out this week.
I will let the others because I have my answer.
Nick's like, I know. Let's go to Doug. Doug, what do you think?
Well, not a darn thing surprised me because I was informed about everything that happened at that meeting. And pretty much everything that was transcribed, that I was told was transcribed, was right there in the transcript. So nothing about it surprised me. And so, and yeah, there's other things I could say about that, but not right now. But nothing surprised me in that transcript. It shocked me, maybe, I'll say that, to actually read it versus being told what happened. It's just shocking to actually read it.
It is.
Yeah.
Miss Sylvia?
It was shocking for me because it made me think I'm watching a television or movie or something like that. Because in real life, you don't think something like this would happen. I just saw corruption. That's all I saw. It was like, oh my goodness, this is really happening in a real court system in America. And I'm like, wow. Coercion, corruption, all that C's.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable with the word corruption, but I believe I did use the word coercion in my briefing, so I am okay with the word coercion. Corruption.
I use corruption. I'm good with that word.
I'm not going to tell you what word you use. I'm just saying I'm not buying into it.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think coercion is a big one. I'm going to agree with Doug on this one, just because there's certain sentences and terms that I really wanted to highlight with a marker and just highlight the whole line. But I did these crimes, things of the like. They're small one-liners like that, and it was just really surprising. I agree with the two of you, Doug and Sylvia. It's surprising to finally see what actually took place. But another one-liner is, "Judge, close your ears."
Yeah. That's why I think corruption. That's what I think corruption.
I mean, that's quite a line. And the other thing that really just surprised me, but just see it in writing. Judges really, in my experience, go out of their way to tell defendants, to tell witnesses, to tell parties, I can't give you legal advice. And this happens all the time where actually you're in a plea deal, you're doing something, defendants will start to ask questions of the judges, and the judges will be very careful to not give legal advice. And here we have a judge clearly giving legal advice. I would argue incorrect legal advice to top it all off. And that was shocking.
Yeah, the most shocking for me, it's two things. First of all, that everything in that transcript was said so casually. That, I mean, you're in front of a judge, sworn in witness, and even if the prosecution and the judge may or may not have done this before, which may be a conspiracy theory, sue me. No, please don't. But it's so casual. And that was very unnerving. And the other thing is for you who don't know, I spent 3 years in the European Union as a documents analyst. I read tens of thousands of legal documents on high level. And I have that gut feeling, no proof, no evidence, something's missing. I don't get the time doesn't add up. And when I did a live reading of this the other day, I read through the entire transcript in roughly an hour and 33 minutes. The meeting was 2.5 hours and the pauses were 30 minutes. Now, you can say somebody's talking slow, there are mini breaks and stuff like that, but it just doesn't add up for me. But I can speculate and I can do that because I don't practice in the United States, so I'm kind of allowed to. But there's something that tells me all of it isn't there. And
Sylvia gave us the eyebrows. She's like, yes, that is a confirmation.
oh,
Too funny.
oh,